In the pursuit of transforming and enhancing a residence, an intriguing narrative of unwise prior renovations unfolds. The objective is to craft an urban sanctuary catering to a youthful household on a truly extraordinary location. By recycling over 50% of the original edifice and augmenting the dwelling's ecological efficiency, this endeavor concurrently reduces the embodied carbon and the enduring carbon footprint of the 4,000 square foot residence. This expansive lot, extending twice the typical width, rests atop a precipice adjacent to a community horticultural space, an exceptionally unusual setting within the city's heart. It is a vast and secluded parcel, affording panoramic vistas of the cityscape and the bay. This tract was artfully reshaped and leveled in the early 1960s to accommodate the inaugural dwelling and swimming pool, the setting for iconic gatherings. Subsequent modifications by a different proprietor resulted in a disorderly assemblage of spaces, dissonant with the ebb and flow of everyday existence. The blueprint introduces lucidity and spaciousness into the domicile, employing an almost surgical methodology, while preserving the fundamental structural facets and introducing innovative attributes. A sequence of interventions dismantles the pre-existing cubic layout, reconfiguring the relations and interconnections between various chambers. Glass and natural illumination concurrently diffuse and unite the overall composition, establishing scenes throughout the residence that scrutinize the interplay between the internal and external, the private and communal, the luminous and obscure, along with tactile characteristics. The most conspicuous innovation manifests as an all-encompassing glass enclosure housing a dining and family area. This structure, neither entirely enclosed nor fully open air, extends towards the backyard, affording captivating panoramas of the bay and the distant East Bay Hills. An overhead lattice of aluminum and timber provides shelter without compromising the impression of spaciousness. The present double-story segment, previously dominated by an imposing staircase, has been revamped to form a more fitting entrance and a flexible lounge area within the dwelling. A stairway and bridge composed of chestnut-hued glass seem to levitate within this space, establishing connections between levels and areas, as well as introducing an element of luminosity and chromatic variety. The chestnut-tinted glass, reminiscent of the home's roots in the modern era, transitions from solidity to translucence with the evolution of natural illumination each day. Extending from this lounge area, two residential wings unfold. An open kitchen forms the anchor of the dining and living pavilion on one side, while a guest chamber and a children's playroom occupy the opposite end. The upper floor has been extended and fine-tuned. The master suite has been reimagined as an expansive, light-filled expanse extending the entire depth of the floor, embracing the outdoors. A gracefully curved glass shower breaches the building's boundary, extending into the sheltered front terrace, a discreetly provocative gesture to the street below. Within this particular space, the interplay of seclusion and vistas, illumination and shadow, evokes the light and space artistic movement indigenous to California, to which this design pays homage. Throughout the residence, sinuous shapes and whimsical elements, such as a child's fireman's pole connecting the two levels, counterbalance the rectilinear structure of the residence. Lastly, the front facade, constructed from vertical and horizontal wooden boards and slats, echoes the trellises and partitions, unifying the public and private aspects of the dwelling and replacing the previous opaque street-facing exterior with a wooden screen animated by the evolving daylight from daybreak to nightfall.